Yakima Fire District 5 is responsible for providing emergency services for nearly 800 square miles. And now they need the community's help in order to continue watching over the largest district in the state. And arrests have been made in a Walla Walla case where one man was left beaten and robbed.
And some slick roads this morning after just a little bit of snow for many of our areas overnight. With warmer temps and windy conditions today, I'll get you prepared.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Jason Valentine in for Brianna Berman solo. Good morning, Jill.
Good morning, Jason.
We've made it to Tuesday and a little bit of snow for many of our regions overnight. And it was that really thick, like fluffy snow that came down because we were right near the freezing mark when it fell. But we're looking at drier conditions today, maybe a little bit more as we move along in the morning, but warmer conditions across the board. Let's take a look outside our Legend Skycam network. Again, a little bit of snow on the ground, but it should be a little bit slick. We're below the freezing mark throughout all of our areas currently. As we're looking at our radar, we still could see just a little bit of snow coming into Yakima, Ellensburg area in the next pretty much 2 hours. And then as we get to our evening hours, we do have some rain to rain snow mix coming into the Blue Mountain region and possibly into the Tri-City. So that's what we're keeping an eye on. So for our daily planner, could see just some light snow today in Yakima, but highs are going to be in the lower 40s. So warmer conditions there in the lovely Tri-Cities area. We're seeing plenty of sunshine, highs mid to upper 40s today. And as we head over to Walla Walla, could see just a hint of snow this morning, and then looking at rain snow mix as we get into the evening hours. And again, about a 30 to 40% chance of that. So we're keeping an eye on windy conditions today. It's going to happen here pretty soon and get you ready for the rest of the work week. But for right now, let's send it back to Jill.
Yakima County Fire District 5 says they're in dire need of funding if they're going to keep up the same level of emergency service. They cover 800 square miles from White Swan to Grandview, making it the largest fire district in the state geographically. The district says they've prided themselves in not increasing taxes, but now they'll likely be asking voters to approve a bond later this year to renovate fire stations, replace fire engines, and expand the emergency dispatch center. They're also looking at a possible levy increase in 2024 to help fund operations and hire more people. The February election focused on school bonds and levies in our area, and once again, the Mabton School District bond failed to pass. The failed bond was meant to improve safety, renovate, and expand Mabton Junior and Senior High School. A bond needs 60% or more to pass. This one got 55%, and only a difference of 27 votes. The Mabton School District Superintendent says the school board plans to come together later this spring to discuss the results and what to do next. The superintendent explains that since months have passed since the previous bond was designed, any plan moving forward will require an update on costs and scope of projects. More than a half dozen states, including Washington, are considering new laws that would roll back some protection for gun makers if their weapons are used in deadly crimes. Federal law basically says that gun makers can't be held responsible for what happens with their weapons after they leave the store. But several states are considering laws that would make it easier for gun violence survivors and their family members to file civil lawsuits. Well, what would that look like? Well, in one high-profile example, families of the Sandy Hook Elementary School victims sued Remington in 2015 for advertising that they said targeted young at-risk men. Remington settled last year. Several states, including New York, have already created laws giving people a pathway to sue gun manufacturers. And the Washington Post reports if more and more states start trying to carve out their own exemptions to the federal law protecting gun makers, we could see the Supreme Court weigh in to try and set a national standard. 3 men have been arrested in Walla Walla and accused of robbing a man and holding him hostage. The men are all facing charges of kidnapping, robbery, and assault. According to authorities, a 27-year-old man reported he was at an apartment on Evergreen Street Friday when he was attacked by 3 men. Authorities said the victim was beaten up and his valuables were taken from him. This happened just more than a week after another robbery case in Walla Walla, but police say they're not likely related.
They were 1 week apart and they were not related. They were both isolated incidents where there was some sort of relationship or the suspects knew the victims. They were not random acts, and we have no reason to believe that the community is in any danger.
At one point, authorities said the victim was told by one of the men to run from the apartment. The victim ran out the door and called police. Authorities say police officers got to the scene, and after a short standoff, the three men were eventually taken to the Walla Walla County Jail. A fire in Kennewick illustrates the danger of high wind and dry ignition sources despite our cold weather. A fire sparked on a fence and then spread to an unattached garage on North Kent Street. Kennewick Fire Department firefighters quickly put out the flames. Firefighters say a child accidentally started the fire in a backyard. High winds pushed the flames to dry grass and a wood pile near the fence and then eventually ignited that unattached garage. This marks a prime opportunity for parents to talk with younger children about the danger of playing with fire. We'll return in just a moment, but first, Jason Valentine joins us live now for another quick look at weather.
Some snow on the ground after some quick overnight snow, but we're going to be warming up today with windy conditions. A lot going on. I'll have your forecast coming right up.
And former Washington State Governor Gary Locke believes the United States has discovered the origins of COVID-19. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Click-It RV Tri-City Superstore has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you like, then build it, price it, and click it.
Or come to the Pasco Autoplex.
From travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes, the huge indoor-outdoor RV show is here. Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee.
Only at Click-It RV Tri-Cities or ClickItRV.com.
Be a winner like me and get the Click-It RV.
Does your property look like this? With 24/7 emergency service, First Choice Restoration will be on site for any disaster within the hour. They have the expert support you can trust. Never the call you want to make, always the first choice you should take. First Choice Restoration. We'll be there when you need us.
From Cap View, this is Apple Valley Eats.
Hey folks, here at Fifth Line, we are all about Jess's house-made pizza, house-made dough, house-made sauce. Everything is done from scratch. It's all wonderful. Delivered to your table with a foreign fit beer from our tap room. Enjoy. You got kids in your life? We are family friendly. You got dogs in your life? We're dog friendly. Anybody can come down to Fifth Line Brewing. Absolutely. Whether you're coming here after a game with your team or you're coming here to watch the game on the TV, we welcome everybody here at Fifth Line Brewing. I want to sell your first beer. I don't want to send you on to my friends that have other breweries. I want to sell your last beer on your way out on a Sunday afternoon. I want you to have a good time here because there are a dozen breweries in this area that you can draw from. I don't need to have you only pull I want you to pull from everybody because we all offer just something just a little bit different. We've got a diverse range of beers for you. We can do your IPAs, but we've also got stouts, porters, reds, blondes. We can do everything in between. So if you would like a different range of beers for your life, Fifth Line Brewing, we can do that for you.
Water damage comes from anywhere. With 24/7 emergency service, First Choice Restoration will be on site for any disaster within the hour. With the best restoration experts for water damage, you can trust us as your premier restoration partner. Never the call you want to make, always the first choice you should take. First Choice Restoration.
Click-It RV Tri-City Superstore has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you like, then build it, price it, and click it.
Or come to the Pasco Autoplex.
From travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes, the huge indoor-outdoor RV show is here. Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee.
Only at Click-It RV Tri-Cities or ClickItRV.com.
Be a winner like me and get the Click-It RV.
This newscast sponsored by the Working Family Tax Credit.
A former Washington State governor and ambassador to China is speaking out about the illness that triggered the pandemic. The U.S. Department of Energy believes COVID-19 most likely came from a laboratory leak in China. The genesis of the virus has been debated, and some experts believe COVID actually emerged from the wild. A senior U.S. official told the Wall Street Journal that new information prompted the DOE's announcement. The uncertainty of COVID's origins is due to Beijing not cooperating with investigation efforts. Former U.S. Ambassador to China Gary Locke, who also served as Washington State's governor, spoke out on the issue.
We need to find out exactly how the coronavirus, the COVID virus, hit the world and caused millions of deaths, not just in America, but all around the world. If it came from an animal, we need to be prepared, and we need to beef up our public health response to the next pandemic. So it is important for our scientists to get to the bottom of this.
The current U.S. ambassador to China says Beijing needs to cooperate if it wants closer ties with the U.S. Coming up, how states have been impacted after a string of severe weather across the U.S. And Jason Valentine returns with a look at your First Alert forecast.
To see if you qualify for Hanford worker compensation, please call Smart Law for a free consultation at 1-877-630-1122. Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses, including neurological, respiratory and heart conditions, cancers, and beryllium-related disorders. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Call Smart Law at 1-877-630-1122 for Hanford worker compensation. Smart Law in Yakima and Tri-Cities.
Honey, are you throwing the throw pillows?
Relaxing to watch TV can be hard.
Remember how they stack.
Okay. Actually, watching TV?
HBO app.
It's easy with Dish.
Honey? Are you on the boudoir cushion?
What's a boudoir cushion?
Live TV and streaming apps together with Dish, tuned in to you.
Taco time got you feeling like a craving lunatic? Can't explain your need for crispy, zesty? Can't remember my name until I get my hands on a Taco Time fish taco? You're not alone. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
Watch Monday at 8 on ABC and Cat K-View. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health's Dermatology Center in Benton City.
We protect your house.
We're gonna do this!
And your car.
We need to keep our energy up. I want to take me to Funky Town!
Because we know they're the launching pad to their dreams. And now you can save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
Wait, hold up. DQ put fries and onion rings in a chicken strip basket? Did you know this? Oh, of course you did. It's sitting right in front of you. Sorry. I mean, you got fries and onion rings together. Is this for real?
Hey, baby, wait.
Oh, yep. That just got really real. Grab a chicken strip and fry rings basket.
Okay, just one. Just one.
DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you, which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
Awesome views at an awesome place. Cap give you local news at 6 tonight. Now, Cap gave you First Alert weather with Jason.
Hi, good Tuesday morning, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful morning so far and a good Monday. So yes, we do have snow on the ground. Just got a lovely photo from Yakima from Noel, and we do have quite a bit of snow there as well. Under an inch, but still enough to cause very slick roads this morning. So be careful out on the roads, but we do have warmer temperatures. Everything that is on the ground, at least in most of our areas, will be gone by the time we get to probably our late morning hours, because winds are picking up and they are from the southwest. They're going to pick up here in a couple of hours. So we still have snow in our regions, and we could see just a hint more come into Yakima, Ellensburg areas. And then as we get to the evening hours, we could be seeing a little bit coming into the Tri-Cities in the Blue Mountain region. Let's take a look at our futurecast. As we move along in the next couple of hours, again, we could see a rogue storm coming, or rogue cell coming in from the Cascades into Ellensburg and Yakima. As we move along in the day, we have a bit of a southern thrust, and again, Walla Walla could see some shower activity. This is in the early evening hours, but this will be the last part of this shower activity as it will be moving along. So again, we could see a little bit more snow overnight tonight, especially in the Blue Mountain region. But other than that, we're finally starting to dry out. So that is good news. And these warmer temperatures are looking to stick. So right now we're at 33 for the Tri-Cities, 37 already in Prosser. Much warmer conditions than we saw just yesterday morning, even 30 for Yakima, 28 for Ellensburg. So we are improving temperature wise, and we're still under or right at our average for all of our areas. And we do look to see a little bit cooler temperatures in our next work week, but still it is much better than that winter-like conditions, even though we're still in winter, but like deep winter conditions we saw last week. So winds starting to pick up, and they're from the southwest. That is going to be helping get rid of this snow that we saw fall overnight and also warm us up. So our wind outlook, we're going to see it slow down tomorrow, and it's going to be slowing down as we get into our evening hours, even the early evening hours. So just a little bit of a push into our late morning hours. And then as we get to Thursday, heavy winds, mid-20s, could even see 30-mile-per-hour sustained winds, and then we'll slow down into the weekend, but do get ready for a very blustery Thursday indeed. So daylight savings time, we are 12 days away from losing an hour for the weekend, but gaining an hour of sunshine in the evening. St. Patrick's Day, 17 days away, and spring is 20 days away. My goodness. All right, today we are looking at, again, warmer conditions. Ellensburg almost getting to 40. Other than that, we are in the mid to lower 40s for all of our areas. So a little bit warmer today, folks. And let's continue to be looking at more sunshine on the way than really anything else. So 7-day forecast for Yakima. Could see a little bit of rain-snow mix, especially in our morning hours, and then nicer conditions on the way. Best chances of some showers could be Wednesday evening into Thursday morning, and also on Saturday. In the lovely Tri-Cities area, upper 40s for today and tomorrow, then lower 50s for Thursday and Friday. So a little warmer than we were expecting already for the end of this week, but could see some shower activity for your weekend. So folks, we could see just a little bit more of that rain-snow mix this morning, and then for the Blues and the Tri-Cities, could see a little bit of that in our evening hours. But these winds are going to warm everyone up, so what's on the ground now in the form of snow should be gone very soon.
Now to the significant winter storms hitting both the east and west coast. In the northeast, the snow has been falling overnight. More than 6 inches could fall north of New York into New England, making for a slick morning commute. And in the west, an emergency has now been declared in parts of California, where people have been stranded by several feet of snow. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has more.
New York City finally turned into a winter wonderland overnight, seeing its biggest snowfall of the season, but still only a few inches expected before it's over.
Being from upstate New York, this is nothing.
Some grocery store shelves left empty, even as the storm's biggest impacts are farther north. Up to 7 inches of snow could fall in parts of upstate New York, New Jersey, and New England, making the morning commute treacherous.
It's a lot of little pieces of glass, too.
This woman is warning drivers near Boston after a sheet of ice recently flew off another vehicle, slamming through her windshield.
I hope anybody listening, clean that ice off your car. It's just, I'm lucky to be alive.
The same system hammering the Northeast produced a tornado outbreak through Kansas and Oklahoma. A tornado packing 110-mile-per-hour winds, slamming Norman, Oklahoma.
The Larson family, they actually rode out the storm inside their home. Look at it. It is completely shifted off the foundation, the roof, the fence, trash is everywhere. If you can believe it, they survived. They are now living in a hotel.
The storm's destructive path began in California, with record rainfall triggering several mudslides. Authorities now declaring an emergency in San Bernardino County, where more than 6 feet of snow fell in the higher elevations, trapping people in their homes and vacation rentals. And a rescue was being planned with nearly 600 elementary and middle school students stranded at a camp. They were supposed to come home last Friday.
They weren't able to stock up on their supplies for food before this hit.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Sela Middle School students got a lesson yesterday in how to use social media to make people's days instead of break people's days. The presentation by Digital for Good encouraged students to take action when they see people being negative, cruel, or inappropriate online by speaking up anonymously, telling the person who shared it that it's not okay, or by asking the person hurt by the post if they're okay.
There's a lot of awkward situations that are happening online, so we're just empowering them of what you do with these awkward situations and how to be what we call digital first responders, because they're the first ones to the scene on how they can handle those moments that definitely need to be helped and reported.
Coming up on Good Morning Northwest, we'll have some digital safety tips and hear from the Sela Middle School principal about how social media is impacting his students. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, a new safety app is helping protect your loved ones, even if you can't be next to them.
I remember when you get a whole meal for $5.
Yeah, it was last Tuesday.
Oh.
And every Tuesday at A&W, where single Papa Burger combos complete with fries and a root beer cost just $5. The good old days are here again. A complete meal for just $5. Tuesdays only at A&W.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Air Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Air Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other? And when our phones have turned us into this?
LT?
What do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's find us again. US Cellular. Built for us.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
During the Les Schwab Founders Celebration Sale, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Welcome to the Village Bistro. We're happy you're here. I wanted to share with you some of the things we have on our menu. One of my favorite things is our lemon ricotta pancakes, topped with blueberries and powdered sugar and butter, and oh my, they are so delicious. You gotta try our 4 cheese mac and cheese or burgers. Some say they're the best in town. We love to get to know each customer that comes in, and we want you to feel like family when you're with us.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. All roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Michael B. Jordan is ripped and ready, flexing his muscle behind the camera.
All roads in my life kind of led to this moment.
Michael's new extra interview about Creed 3 and directing for the first time. Next Extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on Cap KView.
KFC has wraps now?
Got 2 for $5.
Wait, there's one with spicy slaw?
Grab 2 new Kentucky Fried Chicken wraps for just $5.
Portion of Cap KView sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back on this Tuesday morning. It is 5:24. We're taking a look at our radar. We still can see a little bit of cells of snow coming in. And with that snow on the ground in Yakima, the Yakima School District has announced that they are on time, but bus routes 2 and 8 are on snow routes. So do take note of that. But folks, we're looking at warmer conditions today, and the snow on the ground will soon be gone. I'll have your forecast, more details in about the next 15 minutes.
Well, sometimes when you're out and about alone, you want to make sure a loved one knows where you are. That's the thought behind a new app, Safe Alone.
All right, Cora Dickey explains how it works and why the creator felt like it was necessary.
Safe Alone is an app made to help. Stanton native Ryan Profit got the idea from his photographer wife meeting strangers in remote places for work.
There's a way to track our friends, location services, or messaging to where you know that they're safe, and if they don't respond to the message in the app, you get a notification that something's not right.
The app sets a timer when a person goes into alert mode and notifies selected friends who can also track the location.
So you have a friend list, and then they will get notifications that you're in alert mode for whatever reason. You can put the details of it, whether you're meeting a stranger, going for a jog.
Users must enter a PIN created before the timer expires, otherwise friends will be notified of any discrepancies. Profit ran the idea across a software engineer from JMU to bring Safe Alone to life. He says the app was inspired to prevent dangers of the present day.
I just thought there has to be a better way. It could save a life potentially, or multiple lives. Anybody can download it. I think it would be perfect for single women maybe who like to go out on the town, or for parents who want to track their children who stay after school for sports, anything like that.
Users can select a PIN, pick which friends to notify, and how frequently they want to be checked on.
All right, you can't be too safe, right?
That's right.
So as many tools as we can get to keep our family and friends safe, I think it's all right. Yeah. Well, let's take a quick look at our radar, folks. We do have snow on the ground this morning. Soon that will be a memory as we are warming up across the board. All of your forecasts coming right up.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, the Supreme Court is planning to hear arguments later today on the future of President Biden's student debt relief program. And the Seattle Public School District is taking on big tech, and they say they're doing it for their kids.
In today's Tech Bites, Snapchat's new chatbot. It's called My AI, an experimental feature only for Snapchat Plus subscribers. The feature gives users the ability to use AI to create snaps. Snapchat says the goal is to make My AI available to all users. Spotify is changing its heart icon to a plus button that could help users save time. Tapping the plus sign once will save a song or podcast to your library. The heart icon only allowed you to like and save a song. And an alien video is crashing some Pixel phones. It seems a 4K HDR YouTube clip from the 1979 sci-fi classic Alien causes Pixel 7s, Pixel 7 Pros, and some 6s to reboot with no warning. Some people have even sent the video to Pixel 7 users as a prank. And I know it's just a movie, but why would aliens even come to Earth? Our Yelp review only gives us 1 star. Those are your Tech Bites.
What would you like?
I think we
Everything is included.
gonna be falling in. Still feels like
Did you and your husband enjoy your stay?
yes.
Visit secretsresorts.com/loveunlimited for a special Love Unlimited package and savings up to 40%.
One Prilosec OTC each morning blocks heartburn all day and all night. Prilosec OTC reduces excess acid for 24 hours, blocking heartburn before it starts. 1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn.
Cats want taste. You want healthy ingredients. Let's talk Blue Tastefuls.
In the past, we've definitely made compromises.
We sent you Blue Tastefuls dry food.
She loved it. Healthy, nutritious, and delicious is always the right choice.
Pick up Blue Tastefuls in dry, wet, and singles.
43 million borrowers wait as the Supreme Court prepares to hear arguments on the future of President Biden's student debt relief program. And the Seattle Public School District has filed a lawsuit against multiple social media companies claiming that their algorithms harm students.
And some slick roads this morning with some snowfall overnight, but warmer temperatures and windy conditions are on tap today. I'll get you prepared.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Jason Valentine in for Brianna Berman Solo. Good Tuesday morning, Jill.
Good morning to you, Jason.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. So we always say this is one of the rougher mornings, Tuesday morning, because we're far enough away from the weekend. But still, it's going to be a darn nice day today, even though we had that snow overnight. So let's think positive, everyone. Let's take a quick look outside. A nice shot from our Legend Skycam network. You can see it shaking there as winds are picking up this morning. Good news, they're from the southwest, so it's going to warm us up quite nicely, and that is going to be of help with all of the snow that fell overnight. We less than an inch for our areas, but still it's enough to make roads slick this morning. And also the Yakima School District, they sent us a note. They are open on time, but bus routes 2 and 8, they are on snow routes. So we are going to be seeing highs mid to lower 40s, actually some upper 40s today as we're slowly starting to warm up. We're going to see some sunshine mixed in with a little bit of cloud coverage, and we do expect to see possibly a little bit of more snow this morning, especially along the blues. It'll be very light as we're slowly starting to warm up. We could see some evening showers for Walla Walla, even the Tri-Cities. So a lot going on today as we slowly start to settle down, but warmer temperatures and windy conditions, especially in the morning. They'll slow down into the evening hours. So a lot of changes coming today. I'll have your forecast coming up, but let's send it back to Jill.
President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness plan is in the spotlight today as the U.S. Supreme Court hears arguments on 2 cases linked to the program. John Lawrence reports.
Braving the rainy conditions, a crowd gathered near the U.S. Supreme Court in anticipation of the High Court's decision on the country's student loan forgiveness program.
We all have tremendous amounts of student debt because of the predatory practices of our capitalist economy.
Millions of student loan borrowers could see up to $20,000 of their debt canceled, depending on the outcome of Tuesday's hearing.
What we want to remind American people more broadly is how this program is going to give tens of millions of Americans across the country a little bit of a breathing room that you hear from the president, who says this a lot. That's part of his economic plan.
Critics of the program say the country can't afford to pick up the tab.
We believe that a lot of the inflation is a direct result of bad policies that this president's done through executive order, like canceling the Keystone Pipeline and the student loan debt and things like that.
2 cases are in front of the justices Tuesday. In one, 6 Republican-led states say they would be harmed financially if the program goes into effect. The other involves 2 borrowers in Texas who don't fully qualify for debt forgiveness under the program. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
How and when the justices rule will also determine when payments on federal student loans will continue after a pandemic-related pause that went into place nearly 3 years ago. The Biden administration says that payments will resume 60 days after litigation over the forgiveness program is resolved, or at the end of August, whichever comes first. TikTok will soon be banned from all U.S. government-issued devices. According to White House guidance issued Monday, federal agencies and those they contract with have 30 days to remove the app from devices. This comes after a bill passed last year requiring federal agencies to ditch the social media app and marks the government's latest effort to clamp down on it amid renewed security concerns and fears that sensitive data could find its way to the Chinese government. U.S. officials have raised concerns that the Chinese government could pressure TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, to hand over information collected from users that could be used for intelligence or disinformation purposes. Over half of all U.S. states have partially or fully banned TikTok on government devices. A TikTok spokesperson said the company hopes Congress will explore solutions that won't have the effect of censoring the voices of millions of Americans. One public school district in Seattle is sounding the alarm on the potentially harmful mental health impacts of social media on their students. One parent saying she believes social media has played a role in her daughter's increased anxiety and depression, sometimes affecting her schoolwork. This comes as a key legal protection for big tech is now being re-examined by the Supreme Court. ABC's Em Nguyen has the story.
Before the Supreme Court, 2 cases on whether social media giants can be held accountable for the material shared on their platforms. It's linked to a key federal law under Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act, which protects online companies from being held liable for content posted by users on their sites. That protection also under question in a lawsuit filed in district court last month by one school district in Seattle blaming certain sites for the algorithms they allege aim to maximize profit at the expense of young audiences.
Social media for kids, it is addictive. It's exciting. And then everything else, homework, school, everything feels so boring.
In their lawsuit, Seattle Public Schools, which serves about 50,000 students, allege the companies behind TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and YouTube are harming youth with social media addiction, saying schools can't fulfill their educational mission if students are suffering from anxiety, depression, short attention span, and other issues they say are brought on in part, allegedly, by social media. Tara Townsend says she's seen firsthand how social media affects her typically happy and healthy daughter.
It's how she's comparing herself to others. For me as a parent, the dangers that I see are these images that are coming at her really quickly. I think it can have a really devastating impact on, I think, anxiety, goes up. I think depression goes up.
The issue under renewed scrutiny after politicians from both sides of the aisle have argued prominent social media companies should be more regulated.
She can't do her homework with her phone sitting on her desk. It's too distracting.
A spokesman for Meta, owner of Facebook and Instagram, telling ABC News they've developed more than 30 tools to support teens and families, including supervision tools and age verification technology, adding Meta does not allow content that promotes suicide, self-harm, or eating disorders. Meta also encouraging parents to be more involved, to which Dr. Jantz and Townsend agreed.
And so a parent needs to look at how do we as a family model the overall theme of our digital life and screens.
She's not allowed to have her phone in her room overnight. There are certain social media apps that we don't allow her to have.
TikTok, as well as Google, which owns YouTube, both say they prioritize the safety and well-being of children. And Snap tells us they're working closely with mental health organizations to provide in-app tools and resources. M. Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
Jason Valentine is here with a look at your forecast.
A little bit of snow overnight. We do have some delays. Kiona-Benton School District 2 hours late. So is Sela and West Valley School District. But we have warmer temperatures on the way and some windy conditions. I'll have your forecast coming up.
And the FBI is bringing more attention to a rising trend of online romance as a front for a crypto scam. We have the details next.
Click-It RV Tri-City Superstore has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you like, then build it, price it, and click it. Or come to the Pasco Autoplex. From travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes, the huge indoor-outdoor RV show is here. Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee. Only at Click-It RV Tri-Cities or ClickItRV.com.
Be a winner like me and get the Click-It RV.
What's better than the perfect cut of meat for a tasty meal? That's easy. The perfect cut of meat on sale.
Super One Foods 12-hour meat sale this Thursday only with great savings on USDA Choice Boneless Beef New York Steak, $7.98 a pound. Boneless Beef Sirloin Tip Roast, $3.98 a pound. Prairie Fresh Boneless Pork Loin Roast, $1.98 a pound.
Super One Foods 12-hour meat sale this Thursday only. The savings are sizzling.
Next, E.T.
Michael B. Jordan was the first boyfriend of the internet.
Yes. We're with Creed 3's Total Knockouts, Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors. Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Cap KView.
For over 50 years, Purina Cat Chow has been helping cats feel at home with trusted nutrition. No wonder it's the #1 dry cat food in America. Come home to Cat Chow.
This is going to be great. Taking the shawl off? Okay, I did it. Is he looking at my hairline?
My joint pain isn't too bad. Well, it wasn't this morning. I hope I can get through this.
Is plaque psoriasis or psoriatic arthritis making you rethink your everyday choices? Otezla is a pill, not a cream or injection, that can help people with plaque psoriasis achieve clearer skin. Otezla is also proven to reduce joint swelling, tenderness, and pain in psoriatic arthritis. And no routine blood tests required. Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions can happen. Otezla may cause severe diarrhea, nausea, or vomiting. Some people taking Otezla had depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss. Upper respiratory tract infection and headache may occur. Doctors have been prescribing Otezla for over 8 years.
I'm so glad I made it through the day.
Don't hesitate. Ask your doctor about Otezla today.
Click It RV Tri-City Superstore has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you like, then build it, price it, and click it.
Or come to the Pasco Autoplex.
From travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes, the huge indoor-outdoor RV show is here. Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee.
Only at Click It RV Tri-Cities or ClickItRV.com.
Be a winner like me and get the Click It RV.
Portion of Cap KV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
The FBI is sounding the alarm on a growing trend. Scammers targeting victims in online romance scams and pressuring them to invest in cryptocurrency. Officials say the trend is picking up speed and they expect to grow this year. Cole Higgins has a warning from one man who became a victim and what you should look out for.
A concerning trend involving online romance and crypto scams, prompting both federal and state officials to take action to protect consumers.
What they don't realize is at a certain moment, these people are going to wipe that out and the money's gone.
According to a preliminary internet crime report from the FBI, a growing number of scammers are using cryptocurrency as bait to lure in victims in romance scams and other fraud schemes.
You see these false promises of easy money being combined with people's limited knowledge or limited experience with cryptocurrency, and it sets it up for really the perfect storm for a scam.
The FBI says more than 19,000 victims reported losing over $739 million to romance scammers last year. The agency says the trend is growing and it anticipates a higher number of reported financial losses from crypto scams this year. Dennis Corey says a romance chat that turned into a crypto trading partnership left him hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt in just 1 month.
Emotionally drained, physically drained, psychologically drained.
Corey says when he tried to get his money out, he was told he had to pay supposed taxes and other fees. Corey says he took out loans, advances on credit cards, and wiped out his savings to pay off his debt.
I just want to make it out there public so people will be aware and not to get involved in this.
Meanwhile, the growing concern prompting officials in California to launch a crypto scam tracker. It's a new website designed to help Californians spot and avoid crypto scams.
According to the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation, the most common crypto scams are imposter websites. So do your research on the website or the app before you invest. Also, experts say if the deal or opportunity seems too good to be true, it probably is. And be on the lookout for high-pressure sales tactics or time-sensitive opportunities. Those are designed to convince you to make irrational decisions. Coming up, the University of Idaho is now faced with the task of figuring out what to do with the home where 4 of its students were brutally murdered. And we'll return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast. That's next.
This newscast sponsored by Nissan.
You look like you're making cheese. Bonsoir.
Next live, Marlon Wayans. Plus, coming March 13th, it's Live's After Oscar show.
Today at 9 on Cap KView.
Okay, are we gonna fit? There we go.
At American Family Insurance, we're here to carefully protect your dreams.
All right, open your eyes. Welcome home.
All right, we'll see you later. Save up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto insurance today. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
Not so fast, Omicron. New updated COVID boosters are now available to ages 6 months and older. So maximize your protection against Omicron and help reduce the spread. Book your updated booster with your pharmacy or healthcare provider.
Taco time got you feeling like a craving lunatic? Can't explain your need for crispy, zesty? Can't remember my name until I get my hands on a Taco Time fish taco? You're not alone. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
To start your 4-cheese mac and cheese, you want to put about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of butter in the pan. And then while that's heating up on a medium to medium high heat, we're going to add heavy cream. And you're just going to coat the bottom of the pan. It's about a cup to a cup and a half that we're using here. And we just want the cream to get heated through and the butter to melt before we add our cheese. We use mozzarella, it gives it that nice stringiness. Parmesan, which gives it a salty and nutty flavor. Cheddar, because cheddar, you know, mac and cheese. And then I use a smoked Gouda, and that gives it its smoky, creamy flavor. You have about a 1/4 cup of each cheese in here. But you keep it moving because you don't want to burn your cream. Otherwise, you're going to have a sour milk tasting sauce, and that's not good. We're going to add our pasta. We're using macaroni noodles. This is 7 ounces by weight of cooked pasta. And you can see it's getting all incorporated. The cheeses are melting. Now we're going to turn the heat off. It's okay that everything's not completely melted and combined because this is going to go into the oven. Now we're going to put it into the pan. I'm using an oven-safe disposable pan, and it's perfect for takeout. Breadcrumbs. I'm just using a seasoned breadcrumbs. I like to top my mac and cheese with bacon. Now this is going to go into a 450-degree oven for about 6 minutes. And there's your 4-cheese mac and cheese.
When cartels unite, the rookies team up.
Got your back, boss.
For a riveting crossover event.
We've been given a shot of adrenaline from the LAPD.
FBI!
What is this, Simone? A rookie crossover event tonight starting at 8/7 Central on ABC.
Now, Cap KVU First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful one so far. We do have some snow on the ground in most of our areas, and we actually have some 2-hour delays. So, East Valley and West Valley in the Yakima area, Sela, 2-hour delay, and Kiona-Benton, 2-hour delay. So do take note of that. But the snow that is on the ground will be out of the way very soon because we have warmer temperatures and those winds picking up. But we do have some very slick roads this morning, so be careful out on the roads. Maybe give yourself a little extra time as you're heading out the door. So as we're looking at the snow right now, we are seeing it dissipating in the Cascades, and rest of our areas are looking free and clear of any of it, but we could see just a little more cells come in as we're looking at our futurecast. As we move along in the morning, we're looking like we might evade it, but then we have more coming up from the south. So this is as we're getting into our early evening hours. Maybe a little bit of snow, Yakima and Ellensburg. Walla Walla looking at more rain, possibly a little bit of rain-snow mix for Pendleton. And as we move along in our evening, that is just going to kind of circle around and then move to the south, and then we're looking at much nicer conditions as we head into our Wednesday, though we do have another system looming Wednesday night into Thursday, so we'll keep an eye on that as we get closer. So current temperatures, we are warmer than we were yesterday at this time. 37 in Walla Walla, and we're at or above the freezing mark, save for Ellensburg and Yakima. But Ellensburg and Yakima, you are much warmer than you were just yesterday, especially considering what we saw last week. So our temperature trend, we're going to be staying warm, still right at or just below our average for this time of year, but almost a 180 from what we saw at the end of last week. So these warmer conditions are going to continue, though it does look like we're going to take a dip to the mid to lower 40s in our next work week. So we'll keep an eye on that. So winds, they're going to be a factor today. We're already seeing some double digits popping up, and these will continue to pop up into the middle to end of our morning hours. Then by the early afternoon to mid-afternoon, they're going to be slowing down. So we're seeing those winds today into the evening. Then nominal winds tomorrow, but a blustery day on Thursday. 25-mile-per-hour winds for the Tri-City. So we could see it up to 35 miles per hour for Ellensburg or Pendleton. So blustery conditions, then we'll see that slow down into our weekend. But again, those winds coming from the southwest helping warm us up. 12 days away for daylight savings time. St. Patrick's Day, 17 days away. And spring, less than 3 weeks away. So for our highs today, 43 for Yakima, 45 for Toppenish. Ellensburg still lagging at 39. Other than that, we're in the mid to lower 40s. Look at that, 48 for Hermiston. And moving over to the Blue Mountain region in those mid 40s. So as we head into our week ahead, again, could see some scattered showers today for Yakima, then things settling down quite nicely up to 50 by Thursday, and then cooling down a bit into our weekend and our next work week. As we move into the Tri-Cities, going to be looking nice today, mid to upper 40s, then lower 50s Thursday and Friday. So folks, we did see some snow come into the area overnight for many of our cities. That is going to be melting away very soon as we're above our freezing mark in most of our areas. But again, we have a 2-hour delay for Cayona Benton, Sela, West Valley, and East Valley in the Yakima regions. Other than that, get ready for windy conditions through the morning and warmer temperatures by the afternoon.
We're learning more about plans to demolish a home where the murders of 4 University of Idaho students happened last November. It's been the scene of the investigation for months, but now the home has been boarded up. The owner of the home has donated to the University of Idaho. Bronte Sorotsky reports on what else the university is doing to help heal the community.
Both the owner and the university agreed, and then consulted, of course, with the families and agreed that demolition of the house would indeed happen, and happen as quickly as possible.
This home that's now been seen by people across the country will soon be gone.
For myriad reasons that all move toward moving the university forward, moving our community forward, and most importantly, remembering and honoring the 4 students that died.
Which has been hard to do with people constantly taking photos and videos.
There have been a lot of Instagrammers and other social media people hanging around the scene, and that's really not helpful for us to be able to move forward.
We spoke with one student that lives next door to the home on King Road. He says he doesn't want us to use his full name, but he told us he believes demolishing the home is the right decision.
I think that it's important that the university does things like that for this town and this campus, because people definitely need to heal from it.
He says the murders that happened right next door changed how he views his town's safety.
Before it happened, I kind of threw caution in the wind all the time. We left our doors unlocked. Just never really felt like I had to watch my back in Moscow, Idaho. We installed a new security system, and I'm taking care of that every day.
The university will also be installing a healing garden and memorial for Ethan, Xana, Kaylee, and Maddie, and other vandals whose lives were cut short.
We hope that this place would be that place where students feel comfortable sitting or standing, reflecting, thinking about maybe someone that they've lost, to have that place where they can go and feel that the Vandal spirit and the Vandal family love.
All of this is still in the early planning phase. Once it's all complete, students will have a space right on their campus to reflect as they move forward from this tragedy. Getting clean energy programs up and running is one thing. Getting them connected to the power grid is quite another. The New York Times reports the United States is racing to build wind and solar farms, but there are so many new projects. The system that should be connecting them to the power grid can't keep up. The Times reports thousands of projects are waiting on approval, and the process takes around 4 years on average. Not only that, sometimes a new power generator has to pay to upgrade the whole grid. Experts say the unpredictable costs and delayed timeline have more and more would-be clean energy producers bowing out. When we come back, an interesting strategy to prevent burnout is starting to gain more steam. When we come back, learn all about Bare Minimum Mondays.
I remember when you get a whole meal for $5.
Yeah, it was last Tuesday.
Oh.
And every Tuesday at A&W, where single Papa Burger combos complete with fries and a root beer cost just $5. The good old days are here again. A complete meal for just $5. Tuesdays only at A&W.
Does your property look like this? With 24/7 emergency service, First Choice Restoration will be on site for any disaster within the hour. They have the expert support you can trust. Never the call you want to make, always the first choice you should take. First Choice Restoration. We'll be there when you need us.
Hey Dad, look, this is the magma chamber where all the magma's piled up until...
Us. What happened to us? When did we get so connected to our devices?
She's not answering.
What? And so disconnected from each other.
79 cents.
Something's gone missing. Our relationships, our conversations, our common sense.
LT, we gotta fix this.
But just because something is missing doesn't mean it can't be found again. It's time for a reset, not just with our phones, but with each other.
Sorry.
Join us in taking the phones down for 5 challenge.
So we're using our phones to put down our phones?
Exactly.
So we just put them down?
I guess so. Let's take a break from our devices for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's see what we find.
Hey, bud. Wow, that's good.
U.S. Cellular.
Depends on how much pressure there is.
Built for us.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you. Which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
It's the 36-hour sale at Furniture Row. So get ready, because everything is on sale. Like this unbeatable deal on the Blake upholstered bed, only $3.99. Save big on the Cascade sofa in denim or taupe for only $4.99. Get the 5-piece counter height dogwood dining set for only $5.49. And check out the queen size Summit Firm, easy on the wallet for only $299.99. Plus 4 years no interest financing. But don't wait. The 36-hour sale at Furniture Row ends Monday the 6th.
Water damage comes from anywhere. With 24/7 emergency service, First Choice Restoration will be on site for any disaster within the hour. With the best restoration experts for water damage, you can trust us as your premier restoration partner. Never the call you want to make, always the first choice you should take. First Choice Restoration.
KFC has wraps now?
Got 2 for $5.
Wait, there's one with spicy slaw?
Grab 2 new Kentucky Fried Chicken wraps for just $5.
I didn't sleep last night.
Live with Kelly and Ryan today at 9 on Cap KVO.
Let's take a walk closer to home, and we do have a little bit of snow in many of our areas, close to 1 inch in Yakima and in the Ellensburg area. So we do have a few kind of driving issues this morning, but we're going to warm up pretty swiftly as we're pretty much warmer across the board. Could see some scattered snow continue into Kittitas and Yakima County, but shouldn't amount to much during your day. As we move into the lovely Yakima Valley, going to see a little bit of sunshine today, winds picking up, so warmer conditions are coming. And again, scattered rogue storm could be coming on in. Some sunshine for the Mid-Columbia, and as we head over to the Blues, warmer temperatures as well, and quite a bit of cloud coverage. We'll have much more in my forecast that's coming up later in the show.
Well, you've heard of quiet quitting, and maybe you've heard of rage applying when you channel your anger at work into searching for other jobs. Well, let us introduce you to Bare Minimum Monday. Here's ABC's Will Gantz.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
And you can only wear your hair in a ponytail once a week. So I guess you pick today.
And on Mondays, we do the bare minimum.
Bare Minimum Monday is where I only hold myself accountable to doing the bare minimum for work, and then the rest of the day is for me.
Bare Minimum Monday is the brainchild of Phoenix-based digital creator Marissa Jo Mays.
It's a burnout prevention strategy. Like, there's a reason the tortoise and the hare story has stuck around for so long.
Bare Minimum Monday, MJ says, isn't about phoning it in or slacking off, but about examining your relationship with hustle culture.
I could go fix my hair, I could do the whole thing, and then I was like, well, we're discussing Bare Minimum Mondays, so...
Yeah, you're the full embodiment.
I did get out of my PJs, you know?
Partial embodiment, yes.
Okay.
Killing
good.
it.
But why does Bare Minimum Monday have legs now? Last month's unemployment rate fell to 3.4%, the lowest figure since 1969. And according to federal data, the economy had 11 million job openings as of December. Experts telling us in a tight labor market like this one, workers typically wield greater leverage over an employer, since workers have more latitude to seek a job elsewhere.
I was in corporate America for 3 years, spiraled into burnout so fast. It only took me to age 25 to wind up with several health issues. Like, I was in a bad place.
MJ quitting her job to check out self-employment, but that didn't fix her burnout.
I didn't necessarily have a boss problem. I had a hustle culture problem. One morning I woke up and audibly gave myself permission. You have permission to do the absolute bare minimum today. Insane what happened the moment I let myself off the hook a little bit.
Now, 3 million TikTok likes later, Bare Minimum Monday has taken off, with burnt out employees giving MJ's concept a go.
Sometimes doing the bare minimum is okay and it's enough. It's what the word literally means.